Hi.
Hello, welcome back to the Beerman blog.
It's been a little bit since we've done a video.
Yes, and we're not doing very well keeping our schedule up, but we're going to change that, hopefully.
It's
We,
gonna be hard.
we need to change that.
We do, but it's going to be really hard with the schedule you have going on for the next couple months. So,
Yeah, I mean, there's already going to be... I wanted to do like Halloween Horror Nights stuff, but it's going to be hard when I'm actually in Halloween Horror Nights, like doing stuff during Halloween Horror Nights, work-wise. So, like, you could possibly see me during Halloween Horror Nights if you're in town. But, yeah, so that's going to make it hard to actually make videos about it, so...
yes, but we did want to try to keep up at least our rants and raves, because we definitely have a rant that's been on our plates since August 9th.
Since August 9th?
Since August 9th. And that is the school bus.
The school bus that you actually, like, filled out paperwork for on July 27th.
Yes. So, again, I don't know how I'm successful at work because I'm pretty darn lazy at home. I was supposed to sign Kylie up for online school. We talked about it before she went to Omaha. We, at the last minute, just through a series of events, decided not to do that and found out she could stay at her old school, which is in Castleberry. And we would have no problems getting a bus out here in Lake Mary to get her, which is great. You know,
That's what they said, anyway.
That's what they said. I'm like, oh, well, okay. Then I don't have to go through all this, either way, no matter what we did, online, moving her to a school that's within our new apartment district, it's kind of an odd situation. You have to go to the old school and disenroll them. You can't just go to a new school and say, we live in the same school or county. We live in the same county. We live in Seminole County. It's a Seminole County school. But they said we had to basically officially go and unenroll her from her old school to enroll her in her new school. So when I went to do that in person, they said, well, we're a magnet school, so that means she can stay here. And I'm like, well, we never applied. We just went to the school when we lived here because that was a school in district. She goes, yeah, it's a little bit different in Florida. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Obviously,
Just...
I've never heard of you can't go apply for this school until you disapply or take your child out of this school first.
Yeah.
That was just weird to me. We couldn't go just put her in a school closer to where we're living now.
Right. And unfortunately, I looked, and the school that's in our district is also, it's a ways away. It's a ways away, but
it's a ways away. Okay, here's one of my rants. It's less than 10 miles away, right? It's like 8 miles away, or even less than that. I can't remember how many miles away it is.
Her new school?
The school we're at now.
Oh.
The school that she goes to, that she went to last year.
Okay.
Anyway, it's less than 10 miles away. It takes a half hour to drive her to school. Getting back is actually longer of a time. I don't know why, but...
yeah, it's exactly 10 miles.
It's exactly 10 miles. And right now, according to Google Maps, which is also sort of ticking me off lately, 23 minutes.
Yeah.
To get to her school.
Yeah.
From here.
Yeah. So, in any case, both schools were about the same distance away. Her and her old school and what we're zoned for in this district. But what it came down to is we had to basically.
We didn't want to go to the hassle of taking her out and putting her in the other one, and they're about the same distance anyway.
Right. So, and they assured us we'd get a school bus. So I'm like, yeah, that works out great. Before we lived 7 minutes from the school, so I could literally take her and come back within my 15-minute break. So we didn't have any issues last year. So we signed up. I signed up with a counselor. She sent all the paperwork over on the 27th. So by the 9th, we still hadn't gotten a bus assignment. And I thought, well, she did say it would be close because it takes about 10 days. And I don't know if that means 10 business days. I'm assuming 10 business days.
I mean, also, we were applying for a bus, a week before school started, so I get that.
Oh, it was still almost 2 weeks.
Well, it was almost 2 weeks, but still, I could see,
exactly.
It's going to take some time.
Exactly. So, after the first week, she still didn't have a bus. And I not only just Seminole County, because I've heard it's in other districts here in Florida.
I've heard that they are
Yeah.
short bus people in general.
And that's been that way for the years. The girl who, I was talking to the girl who does my waxing, and she said she went to Orange County School 10 years ago, and it was the same thing. They're short of bus drivers, and obviously we're short of teachers. Everybody's short of teachers. But, so here it is. Today is, what is today, the 30th, right?
Today's the 30th. Tomorrow's the 31st.
Tomorrow's the 31st, and we're still taking her to and from school every day. So originally, when school opened on the 9th, there were so many kids who didn't have bus assignments. There was one family in the same household, the same school. 2 different grades. One had the bus assignment, one didn't. So, trying to call the bus company. First I said you have to call the bus company. And people, I literally sat on hold for 20 minutes, and the phone automatically hangs up after 20 minutes. That happened 5 times. So, it was automatically set up to hang up.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when I finally got through to somebody, they said, yeah, we don't see a bus assignment for her.
Duh.
Well, no shit. Okay. And I said, well, she goes, you need to go to your school and make sure they signed her up and went to the district, or the school's coordinator. And I said, wow, why didn't anyone tell me this a week ago? So I've been literally, during my breaks, during work hours, trying to call, just letting my phone sit there and sit on hold, trying to get a hold of somebody at the bus company, only for them to tell me that. And then, so they said, the first lady, she sent an email out to our school's bus coordinator. Never got a response. The second time I called, she sent an email. Never got a response. We went to the school to make sure that they did submit the application, thinking, okay, what if it's not even the bus company? What if it's the school? Nope, she printed out the email she sent, gave it to us. So then I called yesterday, and I said, look, I understand you guys are short. I know you guys said your staff is working very, is there even a bus stop near me? I mean, I don't know why it's...
Yeah, they don't even have to come to our apartment complex.
Right.
We could have her walk to the bus. We could drive her to the bus stop that's like however many minutes away.
Right. So she said, first she's like, I don't even see her. And I'm like, oh dear gosh. Okay, then she found her and she said, so when did you sign up for the bus? I said, on the 27th of July. She goes, July, not August. And I said, no, yes, I signed up on July 27th. I did not just sign up 3 days ago and expect to have a bus. And she's like, well, I can see you guys have a stop near you, but your school is not assigned to it, so I have to reach out to your coordinator. And I said, again? And I said, she doesn't like answering emails, apparently, or she's just that backed up, because there was an email sent on the 9th, when we originally signed up on the 27th, and on this day. She goes, okay, just a minute, I'll call her. So she puts me on hold, and she says, I'm sorry, she is out sick today, and I'll give you a call tomorrow. Well, it's tomorrow, we didn't get a call. So now I gotta call again tomorrow and see why we don't have a bus. And like Mark said, it takes a half hour to get there, which means it also takes a half hour to get back. I have the flexibility in my job, I work from home, that I can log off my computer or clock out or whatever for an hour and take her to and from school, but that is such a hassle, because you're getting into your work and all of a sudden you gotta stop. So unfortunately that's the negative, but so then I lose an hour of my day. So I either have to clock on at 6 o'clock in the morning, because on the 3:30 I have to leave and get her.
Yes, and the way my work before this week, I can't really help out in the morning, and I'm usually asleep in the afternoon. But now switching over to horror nights, I can help out more. But the times I've helped out, I'm like, why don't we have a bus yet?
Right. And I, if you're friends with us, or you followed us, or you talked to us, or seen some of our videos, school pickup, and I realize this is the same everywhere, but school pickup is like the biggest freaking joke in the world.
Yes.
Our school sits opposite of a little, I don't want to say cul-de-sac because that's not really the right word. The street is called a circle.
The street's a circle, and it's got some weird, islandy, the circle comes around, and then it splits off. And then there's, this triangle section of land where everyone, parks around. to get their child.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't get a place to park, you're literally screwed. I mean, you might as well just drive down the street and sit. Like when we first were picking her up, we were driving down the street to pick her up because it was so bad last year. But you have a crossing guard crossing 50 kids across the street at a time, and then they stop for 10 minutes and then cross the next 50. So you end up, if your child misses the first cross, that's another 10 or 15 minutes you have to wait for them to cross the street. It's a busy street, and obviously with so many people trying to get into the pickup line, plus that are parked, it's a shit show. It's just exactly what it is.
You are cursing a lot.
This is the first curse word I've said since.
No, it's not.
It's not. Okay, well, sorry. It's a shit show, and it's an accident waiting to happen. I mean, I'm surprised there's not more accidents.
Put Dan Housen in. No swearing. No swearing.
Put $1 in the swear jar. We'd be rich from my swears, but it would be our own money. So, anyway, so that's another hour. That's usually 2 hours out of the afternoon, because I leave here at 3:30. If we're lucky, we get home by 5. But lately, like the last 2 days, or the last not 2 days, and the last 2 times I've brought her home, we've had to stop at the grocery store or something like that, and that adds another half hour to it, which is my fault. Once I'm out, I like to do everything I need to do before I come back home. I don't like to come back home and then go back out. So I'm either ending up clocking on again after I get home at 5:30 and then working until 7, just so I get my 8 hours in. I would like to be ahead. Every Wednesday is early out, so I have to leave an hour earlier on Wednesdays to get her. So I have more time when I get back, to clock in and stuff, but and work before dinner. But again, it's frustrating, and I know there's so many worse problems out in the world, but seriously, it's mentally taxing to switch your gears. You're already making sure your child is getting up and getting ready while you're working, and then you take them to school and you come back and you're like, okay, it's been an hour and a half hour, whatever. I'm trying to figure out where you left off, and half the time your system is shut down because you've been gone for an hour. So, and I just started a new job last week, and so that was kind of
Well, a new position, or is it a whole new job?
Well, it's new.
You're in the same company still.
No, it's the same company. And it's funny because it's the same titled position as I was, but it's completely different work for me right now because they use different systems, and that's a whole other, not necessarily a rant, but something I could talk about. But yeah, I started a new job, and I came in and they pretty much expected I was just gonna know what to do on my own.
One of those type of jobs.
And it's not like, and it was just a miscommunication because the person I work with thought the supervisor was going to give me stuff to do my first day, and he thought she was giving me stuff to do the first day. So, I mean, it's fine. I still had things I could do. I could still, keep busy, but I felt like I was doing something wrong. But yeah, so when I accepted the position, I didn't think this was going to be an issue. So it was kind of hard my first week to tell, and it's about leaving now. I'm like telling people, I'm sorry, you have to schedule around. I have this hour blocked off, and then I have these 2 hours in the afternoon blocked off because I'm not going to be online. But they're very understanding.
Yes, they are very understanding if they're letting you do that.
Yeah,
that's amazing, and kudos to her place of business that lets her do that.
Yeah,
but yeah. I doubt we're going to get a bus tomorrow because the person is sick, apparently.
The person who has to sign it. And it's not that we would normally get an email. What they said is they'd send us an email with the bus assignment. Haven't got any emails. And then there's a bus application, and it says Kylie, no scheduled runs. So they still don't have her assigned to a bus, which, yeah, whatever.
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon. We're gonna cross our fingers that this is the last week we do. Excuse me, last week we do this. You know, I'd love for tomorrow even to be the last day we do this, but I'm gonna be realistic and say, you know, it's just you just have to wonder, you know, is it really lack of people? Is there, you know, a miscommunication going on? Is somebody not answering their email? Like I said, the same person has been emailed 3 times, so in the last 30 days, and with no responses. So for my job, if I didn't respond to an email within 30, you know, multiple emails, and it's been 30 days, I'd probably be fired.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my rave for this week, or my rant. Sorry, not my rant. My rant. I don't have any raves. Other than, like I said, I'm very excited. I started the new job, and it's a little hard because I feel like I was oversold. I mean, I've worked with this team for 2 years, so I've worked with them, they know me, I know them, but it was like, basically, we want Kim, and now she wants to come over, so tell it, like, my peers were telling the boss, you know, Kim's applied, you gotta take her, we want Kim, you know we want Kim, which is very flattering, but it also feels like a little bit of pressure, like I have to deliver, but, you know, it's been good so far. I may have found a good concept today, so that's another positive.
I don't know what that means, but awesome.
But it's good for me. It's good.
And I guess technically I have a new job / position for the next couple months.
Mm-hmm.
Working at Halloween Horror Nights. I can't say anything about where I am or what I'm doing, but you know, because I don't want you to say any of that stuff. But I will be working the event, so it's something different compared to what I have been doing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting. It's all brand new to me. So.
And it's not overnights. It's into the night.
It's into the night.
It's into the night.
Obviously, you know, when it's over, I mean, I still got to be there to get everything closed down, and then I can leave. So.
Yeah. So still be getting home after like 2:00 in the morning, which means I have to share my bed again.
Share your bed. What?
Well, it means you'll be coming to bed at night. Or technically, kind of.
Oh. Making it sound like you're sharing it with somebody when I'm not there or something.
No. I know you think that, but no.
Well, we don't have pets, so.
I actually just stick myself in the middle of the bed.
She takes the whole... Okay, we have a king-size bed, too. She takes the whole bed if I'm not in it. So... If I'm in it by myself, I'm still sleeping on the side I usually sleep on. I'm not taking up the whole bed. She's in the bed by herself.
That's not my problem. That's not my problem. I mean, jeez. I like to take up the whole bed. So, anyway, yeah, so we've had... That's been the biggest complaint the last, 3 weeks, 2 weeks since we did a video.
Yeah. I guess my rant is that we haven't been doing good enough job doing weekly videos. Hopefully we change that. And because we want more people to subscribe and like us and do all that kind of stuff. And you got to be consistent. You got to post those videos.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I just never seen you just like so aggressive about it. We did get a couple of ideas that some of our friends and subscribers sent to us, so we're trying to figure out a way to work those in. I gotta figure
a way how to get those done, because I don't know.
Yeah.
We have to start watching some B movies, and then we just need to talk about them.
Well, I need you to watch my B movies.
Oh, really?
I mean, come on. So let me ask everybody: would you rather Mark watch a movie called Hunk, or Summer Job? Hey, Summer Job has a lot of boobs.
Summer Job, okay. Summer Job, I actually might watch. I've heard of that one.
Okay, so you can watch Summer Job. You've watched Hamburger the Motion Picture before.
Oh, Hamburger, yeah, that's got Dick Butkus in it. That's good.
Yeah, so we can always talk about that movie. So anyway, when we're talking about B movies, one of my friends had caught on to a reference we made about the show USA Up All Night. That was
When
on.
did we make a reference to Up All Night?
I don't remember one of the videos, or yes, because Janie had like, hey, you should do a video about that. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was all Janie's idea, and I'm just like completely trying to credit us as a collaborative. But Janie's like, yeah, you should do something about a video about USA Online. So I know we talked about it. And by the way, Janie, thank you for watching our
Yes.
your videos.
Thank you to everyone who watches our videos.
Yes, everyone who watches our video. Janie is a new subscriber. And then she got our coworker Sam on her videos. And Sam, shout out, is getting married next week. So congratulations to Sam.
But here's my thing is if we start doing those kind of videos, I want to put clips or at least pictures in the video like I did for, well, not like I did for Cobra Kai, because apparently, I'm still putting way too long of clips, and I gotta practice, right? But, every time I do it, they get copyright hit and all that stuff. So, But in order to do that, I need access to the computer, which is in Kylie's room, and she's got school, and she's on it all the time. Anyway, so.
I don't think she's on it as much as she used to be,
but even then, I got to be in her room.
And she does not like that.
She does not like that. So I guess that's the sort of bad thing about this apartment, because there was an apartment that had like a whole loft that we looked at once, and I was like, oh, this will be awesome. But it also was sort of a janky apartment as well in total.
Well, we do have the room in our bedroom, so we could always move my computer in the bedroom and move the other computer on here.
But we'll have to figure something out, because yes, now that the computer is in her room, I can't do editing very much anymore. So this is another live to tape video as well. But
anyway,
I guess
that's your rant for this.
I want to make good videos, and I want to make decent videos, and I know those take time. And we have to watch the B movie. We have to write what we want to talk about the B movie. Possibly make a script about the B movie that we're going to talk about, so we can hit, the plot points. It's a lot more work than let's talk about the movie.
Mm-hmm. I realize that. So, and
But I'm not watching Hunk.
Well, I'm sorry too, but like the last time we tried to do like Cobra Kai, you had like a 10-page book of notes.
Yes, and that's the other thing is we got to practice. I got to cut it down.
Yes, you got to cut it down. So okay, so you won't watch Hunk. That's fine. We'll make a plan to watch, or even if we have to watch it separately, I don't need to watch it. I've watched it 1,000 times. It's tits, 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 tits. So you should like the movie. That's the plot. There's your plot point.
Oh my goodness, such language on this channel now.
Yeah, you'll love it. Summer job. So anyway, let's plan on that. So the next week, sometime, when you have time.
Well, I don't know. You said we have Paramount Plus now, so I got to watch the Beavis and Butthead stuff. The brand new Beavis and Butthead stuff.
Well, I'm never gonna watch that. So if you plan on talking video, I will never watch Beavis and Butthead. I'd rather stab myself in the eye. I'd rather eat shit out of my hand than watch Beavis and Butthead.
Who's got the potty mouth in this family?
It's always been me. Shoot, I come from Sheila Town.
No, she says shoot this time. Come on. Come on.
All right, guys, we've talked long enough. We'll try to make a plan.
We need to make a plan. If you have suggestions on videos that we should watch, B movies we should watch, suggestions on how we can set up a plan, how we get things, done, script wise or whatever. We're open. We're still learning, believe it or not, all this stuff. So, but I would also like to get a bunch of subscribers so we can actually do a live and talk with people. I think that would be cool too. But we need like 1,000 subscribers or something, I think. So that will probably be a while. But anyway, I guess that's about it, right?
That's it for this video. We've talked long enough.
Okay. Until next time.
Stay out of trouble, and I guess I should watch my potty mouth.
Watch your mouth. All right.
Peace out. Just kidding.